We'll see if Coach St. Lucas actually has the same suspicion if he tries and goes to try and take that away from Dewa United.
Oh, fun fact, I think you know this better than me, Connie. Well, Samo, or Thomas, it's his name spelled backwards, by the way, replaced Kibo in MPLI 2022 and secures the final MVP title in that tournament. See, when you need Samo, it's not every day you need Samo, but when you need him, he will pull up. What a baller move, man. Oh my god, like you're a sub, and you're subbing one of the best roamers in the world, and you know what? Who cares? I'm gonna get the MVP of the MPLI 2022 and win out on that trophy. Wow. But speaking of Dewa United right now, they can go for a double assassin ban towards Aura Fire, knowing Van is playing, he plays a good lane. We've seen how he can do against RRQ in the previous season, but against this kind of composition, I think Lynx just works the best for
Marches? Yeah.
Oh, nice read, Connie.
Marches, I feel like, is also a very scary hero in the hands of Van. Again, can take that early lead and you go with the snowball route. So it seems like Dewa United is trying to neutralize that approach here. But then again, if you really think about it, a hero that is still open. What's a hero? What's a good... Helkert, is Helkert doable here for Van last pick?
Helkert, it is possible, and against such vulnerable heroes instead of Dewa, it could work. But then again, there's a lot of mobility, and Helkert really struggles with heroes that are a bit too dodgy due to how his kit works. Everything needs to land in the right moment. For Aura, they opt to go for the Kaja first. A Kaja Kadita pick-up combo. It's absolutely dangerous. For Dewa right now, are they going to go for a tanky front line to absorb all this damage, take the Divine Judgment, or are they going to go for something to just counter-aggress instead? With the Yeeve and the Irithel, there's a lot of ways they can kite back and forth in and out of a fight.
Kite back and forth, but looks like Minotaur might not be a bad pick here for Dewa United because Claude is there, a lot of engages towards, it's gonna be Kufra and a Uranus. Again, looking like teamfight is the option here for Dewa United. It's always that teamfight potential, always that teamfight composition against Coach the St. Lucas and around. I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to see here the option for Aura Fire for that jungling area. I don't think Helkert is going to be the option here.
Looking at now.
And I think like Helkert is a bit of an overkill. I get that he can go to the back line, just... Okay, the lane comes up. It's pretty straightforward, I guess.
Wow. It's a Ling. I was thinking that they require a bit more damage due to the Kaja and Edith being present. But going for the Ling, this means that Aura will have more ways to try and play around the macro game, sending the Ling around and around, confusing Dewa United on where they have to move. This is in line with the win condition. I think it's a solid bet.
Wow. Boy, oh boy, it's going to be the first game of Leg 2, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be Alter Ego. Well, not Alter Ego. It's going to be Aura Fire going up against Dewa United on Independence Day as well.
Ooh, two teams that resides in the sky. Aura Fire, the dragon, is looking to challenge the might of the gods here. Shakamode and Thomas, or Samo HD, the two debutants in that roaming area. We're going to see a lot of high IQ plays coming in from both of them, especially Shakamode. We've always waited for his debut ever since the season started. Even like my take on Dewa United roam for right now is I think Shako works better instead of Leo Murphy, even when the season starts, because the synergy is always there. It's already there even before MPL started. It's already playing in MDL, and with Lanaya too, that might be an option that they can go for. Right in this case, it's gotta be still Ray.
It will still be Ray, and honestly looking at the matchup, it's a Kaja against a Kufra. And on paper, the Kufra can be a bit more dynamic, a bit more surprising, but look at the roster and the composition. There's not a lot of burst damage that can follow up on the engage. So I think they're relying on something more of a wombo combo, and for Aura, there isn't really a need for them to group up together. It might be a pick-off oriented battle between both these teams, and I must say for Aura, it's looking a lot more dangerous with the burst damage, with the extra damage coming in from the roamers as well. Team head-to-head though by Head and Shoulders, looking at the stats right here. Game victory rate, average KDA is higher for Aura, but they also have a higher average game duration. This means that they can win into the fights, and if it goes into the late game, they are the ones with more intelligent maneuvers, more experience in moving around the map. So I think Dewa, they have to try and get some early leads and then try and just smash it before it becomes complicated.
Yeah, I mean, to add to your point, right, Arashi, looking at the composition of our Fire, their high ground is quite weak, right? Looking at their hero power in clearing waves, it's not that great. So, Kadita, Kaja, very weak in that clear. So, if Dewa United can or able to get that snowball, early snowball, and try to end minute 13, I think it's going to work very well for them.
Ooh, minute 13 is very quite optimistic for you, Gani. But in this case, Ling of Van, we haven't seen this guy play Ling for quite often, I would say, in this season, because he's been using that Fredrin, he's been using that utility jungler really, really perfectly, especially in that retribution area. But Ling is just a different game to play. He might be the Aran of this game. He's gonna be the split pusher for Aura of Fire. Meanwhile, Aran will make something happen in team fights. And the 4-1 composition for Aura of Fire, I think it works better than Dewa United. They can play the split perfectly.
Yeah, he did in the EXP lane. We haven't seen this a lot in recent times. I think Lemon comes to mind thinking about the players, but we're already heading into the first game.
First game of the second half of the season is Dewa United versus Aura of Fire.
Let's go, Land of Dawn. And it seems like Van will definitely start in that orange, but it seems like Lancelot will start in purple.
Bit of a mirror situation. Probably concerned about the invade potential. That is definitely going to favor Aura Fire. But look at that, Dixon. Just making a huge push right here, trying to block away the members of Aura Fire.
You can see here the Lethal Wonder will be secured by the members of Dewa United Esports. Fan did not manage to get it with his Retribution, but the pathing here, it doesn't really matter at all. He's gonna just erase all the jungles away. It might be looking for an engage towards the top lane, but looking at the emblem Marashi, what's happening?
A lot of tenacities, both teams trying to go head-to-head against each other. Only difference is going to be in the jungle, and for the side of Aura Fire, having to pull yourself together means a lot more flickers for Samo HT. Trying to make plays with this Kaja pick, but if Dewa United don't show on the map just like this, it's going to be a bit difficult, a bit dangerous. We'll have to see if Shaco can do something about Samo.
Well, let's see here. It's going to be a skirmish. Seems like Samo opening up the map. Oh, Shaco caught. Forced to use the flicker, but Ray will be there to cover as well. Oh, the damage will not be enough to take Zen down, but the engage there nullified.
Small W for Dewa United Esports, forcing Sin and Samo to go back to the base, and that might be an advantage towards that turtle take in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, in the top lane, it's still a chess match between Kabuki and Watt with the Aerithal.
I think the Claw doesn't really win out in the lane per se. Watt can have a lot more options here, which is a bit of a unique circumstance for the side of Dewa United. But now they're making a play for the turtle, and Aura are contesting.
Yeah, the 50-50 will be won by Van. Now, no lot war around pops the Ray will be the first casualty now. Good pull with the drive-by judgment as Shaco has no flicker. He will be taken down by Van as Dixon and Keys watches in the back. Can't do anything. Aura Fire pulled up.
Prince Aran and Prince Van is doing work for Aura Fire, but my goodness, a Ling against Lancelot with a Thorn Rose. Arashi, what's happening? This guy's Retribution is off the charts.
What happened is Dewa does not respect Van and the Retribution. Going for a 50-50 there is already risky on its own. In the current patch with the turtle giving so much more EXP, it just gives Aura Fire the EXP lead and they just completely go to town with it. Now Aura with a 1k gold lead, Dewa already looking to be a bit more defensive, respecting the potential from Aura a bit more. Meanwhile, Samo, that Brave Smite is really allowing him to be so much more impudent, just standing around in front of the members of Dewa. And for now, it's going to be the same waiting game, but Aura is definitely just more confident when it comes to the 50-50s. Dewa needs to try to find a way to make sure that the fights don't come down to a gamble like that.
So far, the battle of Samo HT and Shaco has been won by Samo, but fun. Very aggressive here.
Good suppression in the back, but take a look at Van doing work at the backside as Keys supports the flicker. Tempest of Blade pops as a Ray will take Van down. In front side though, Shaco will be the trade as Samo. Oh, nasty aggressive flicker as he falls as well. It's a 2-4-2, but it seems like Prince Aran in the front side will try to wreak havoc, but it seems like it does not amount to anything.
Okay, that's the first mistake for Aura Fire. A bit too aggressive there from Van. Didn't manage to get the kill with that Tempest of Blade, but then...
Good knockup.
No ult just yet, no burst just yet. We're gonna see another turtle take in just a second. Again, Ray should have the advantage as a Lancelot, but this is Van we're talking about.
Man, he was just so aggressive, diving down there to try and secure keys. Not exactly a prio target, all things considered. And now Aura, look at that. They're just moving in, ignoring Dixon. Just going straight for the turtle, grabbing away control. And now Dewa United are the ones they have to be careful. Divine Judgment is available.
Let's see. Dixon, though, will be the sandbag for now. Stunned half HP suppression. Connects. Van joins the fight. Dixon now. Will he be able to escape? No! Van finds the kill. As Shaco now, does he have Flicker? The answer is yes. He's still holding on to it. And he will not commit to a Flicker. Van, though, very low. Dewa United, will they exploit this and take the turtle?
Oh man, Arashi, as I said earlier, the variation for Aura Fire just comes to play in this match. Dewa United cannot respond, but speaking of responding.
Oh, good knock up. Shaco! Zen finds the kill. Shaco does not find anything as he will survive, but it seems like in that mid, the 2v2 has been won by Aura Fire. Kabuki, though, caught. Pop the Fury Fire as well, but the damage will be more than enough to take him down. But it seems like Aura Fire finds some compensation, taking the second and neutral objective.
Dewa United getting advantages in the gold lane. They gotta be careful. Letting go too many turtles and letting Van just go uncontested. A late game Ling with your composition without any split push counters might not be what you want, but look at what.
Oh my god, taking some heat. It's a 2v1, mind you. Irithel now looking to find and bait.
No way.
The sprint, he survives now. With the reinforcements. Rough Race has been popped as Yves. Oh, his skill wasn't enough to take Zin down just yet. It's a no casualty fight, but it seems like won by the side of Dewa United.
Oh man, interesting there. He goes for it even though Sin doesn't have the rough waves to burst Irithel down. But we're gonna see the in-game equipment here by Dunya Games. What's happening, Rashi?
Corrosion Scythe first item for Van. He is trying to just stick on to the backline, ensuring that they can't really kite away from him. Knowing it's against a Yves, we'll see if Keys will offer the Brute Force Breastplate. But for now, it's only going to be the Ice Queen's one, trying to make sure that he can allow his team to just kite away or chase down members of Aura Fire. They're winning the battles, but they are losing the war right here. Losing one turret, losing a lot of HP on the mid one as well. Aura is just playing the macro game so much better compared to Dewa United.
I think the main point here for Aura Fire is just they're picking their fight always perfectly. I've seen only like 2 major mistakes or small mistakes for Aura Fire, and Dewa United didn't really capitalize on it. Like, there's no huge plus, there's no huge benefit that they get from it. We're gonna see here the audience prediction by Aura Fire, a really nice percentage, I would say, but still play.
Will play. Top side will be the target. All Flicker Divine Judgment. Shaco will be pulled, petrified, everything. He gets taken down by Zen. Tempest Blade in the backside finds Keys, but it seems like it's not enough. Ray. Oh, the damage is there. Good coordination there as Ray picks up the kill. It's a 1-for-1, but it's a jungler for a roamer.
Huge blunder there for Aura Fire. Really bad trade for a roamer and jungler, but Van, a bit too aggressive there with the Ling. He has to pick his fight quite better in the next team fight, in the next bout. We're gonna see here might be Dewa United first turtle of the game because Van is not there to use the Retribution.
There are just too many situations where Aura fights where Van is just one against multiple members, and that's just not ideal. And now Zen
Almost caught. Seems like his resource there will be taken all by the side of Zen as he failed to find a member there. Now with this situation, right? It's 50-50, Arashi.
Usually it's 50-50, but at the same time, Aura Fire, they have not been using Van and his mobility at all. He's participating in all of these fights. There hasn't been a time where Dewa United has been pulled apart when they are really looking for a team fight. Even in the early game right here, it's not like they really require Watt to join just yet. The longer the game goes, the more there is a possibility. But in order to do so, Aura needs to make sure that Van does not fall behind in the levels. He cannot keep trading, especially only for the life of Shaco, the roamer.
Seems like no. They will go all in towards a roamer here, Rashi. Shaco will be the target. Real relation in the backside. Will try to cover around House of Flicker. Shaco will fall, but it seems like, is there more? No. Aura Fire just disengages from that fight.
Interesting stretch from Aura Fire right here. Oh, hang on, Elron.
Elron now. 1 HP for Elron. Tempest Blade in the backside will take down Watt. Good timing, but it seems like Van will survive from that 1v3 situation. Samo, though, in the mid lane will fall. and it is going to be a 1-4-1 at the end of the day.
Oh, it's looking like another mistake for Van, but the great escapist once again. He's doing it on Lancelot, and right now he's doing it on this. Laying every hero that he's played, man. It's always happened like this.
That was such clean mechanics coming in from Van, and the timing of that fight for Aura Fire allows for the minions to just knock on the top side turret for Dewa. So the timing and the macro play, once again, being shown by Aura Fire. As I was saying earlier before the fight, it's looking like they're trading their lives for the roamer, but this means that in the late game, Shaco is going to be way too squishy to initiate any fights reliably. That could be something that gives Aura Fire a huge advantage when it comes to engaging. With the Lord coming up, Van already making moves on the top side. Dewa United respawn, but will they be able to catch the slippery link?
Oh.
Nope.
Okay, it's gonna be another Lord battle for Van and Ray, but Samuel-D!
Okay, good. Divine Judgment.
Oh.
But it seems like the damage will not be enough to petrify connects. But Lancelot is able to get out of the way. Ray now very low. Skis flickers away, but it seems like Xin in the mid lane will be caught. He will be the first one to fall as Aura Fire now, doesn't mind. Shaco very low in the back lane. And it seems like now it's a 5v4 technically, but all of the members of Dewa is quite low. Aura Fire still holding on, still hovering. Van targets Watts. Tempest Blade popped as well. It seems like there will be no more casualties as the Lord. It was secured by Aura Fire.
Gotta say, man, the debut of Samuel-D is not really looking solid right now, especially the synergy with Xin. It's always been like this, man. Like if you have Kadira and Kaja, you're just misplaying it right now. Every time Samuel-D gets a pull, it's either Xin doesn't have the rough waves or he's not really ready for it. But in that case, it's a perfect target on Ray. This is an assassin Lancelot, and you can burst that quite easily with that combo, but it doesn't get to do it.
This is the weakness of having a movement-based combo essentially with a Kadira, the Kaja, and also a run on the Edith moves around the heroes of Dewa United so much that sometimes the combo just does not land. And so far, Xin, he has been landing good knockups, but he has not been able to just make a flank happen and surprise Dewa United. The macro gameplay is allowing that to not be an issue, but the more they play towards the base, the more Sin needs to be creative at how he approaches these fights. All turrets are down right now. Dewa United officially locked inside their own base.
3K gold lead for this battle of the Mighty Gods and also the Dragon. We're gonna see, as you said, Goni, in the late game, Aura Fire doesn't really have a lot of wave clear, doesn't really have a lot of late game mechanics they can deal with if they're actually in the in the back pedal. Dewa United is looking to defend this with Yif, with Irithel. I don't think they're gonna have a lot of trouble with it, especially with Samo misplaying a lot of his Divine Judgment.
You know what? I think Hirashi and Chef, and before you dive in deep about the equipment, Hirashi, I don't mind the Kaja using the ult towards Kufra. Why? Because once Kufra is secured, no member from side of Dewa United Esports can engage Aura Fire.
Yeah, that's an absolutely valid point right there. Maybe they can go with the real-world manipulation to try and get some engage in, but for against a team like Aura, against its composition with mobility, it's a bit too difficult. So Aura Fire is protecting Kabuki technically by going for Shaco. And look at his items. He has a lot of items, but look at that.
Oh, the all-in, the revenge and the rage. Samo pulse the flicker, but Shaco gets taken down. Now blazing with the way to the backside, combined with Van. It's just an all-out war as Van claims the double. It was 5 members 10 seconds ago standing for Dewa, but now it's gonna be 4. It's gonna be 1 member. Ray finds the kill, but it seems like in the mid lane, it's just too exposed as the Red Dragons strike first in this second leg opening game.
A major mistake, completely utilized by Aura Fire with that all-in towards Samuel-D. And Aura Fire, then especially that knockup from Aran, man. The response is just immaculate.
Whew. Dewa United, man, they cannot fight in the jungle against his composition. Kabuki has been silent the whole game, just getting pressured, getting taken out in the lane, 1v1 against Watt. But the moment he has his items, the moment there is the right opportunity on this clock, this man has no fear diving into the backline and completely decimating the whole roster of Dewa United. They're forced to admit defeat and they need to change something if they want to come out on top.
It's an interesting interesting game, man. Like for Aura Fire, I don't think there's a standout for like, oh, this guy is the clear MVP of this game. A lot of these players made mistakes. Even Aran, the one that doesn't really make a lot of mistakes, or even doesn't make any mistakes whatsoever. He's not really the main core of this game. He's not really the one of the reason, like big reason for Aura Fire to actually win the game.
I see your point, and I somewhat agree, right? I mean, looking at the game plan that Aura Fire or St. DeLucas has built up, all 5 members of Aura Fire, I feel like they did their job very, very well, right? Aran opening up, finding the right knockups as well. Samo targeting Shaco, shutting him down. So that Dewa United has no member that can set up for a fight. And of course, Zen on that Kadita has played splendidly well as well. And of course, we not forget about the Ling. Van played a splendid display of splendid mechanics in that game, finding the right targets at the back line as well. I feel like all 5 members deserves an MVP.
Gotta say, man, a lot of mistakes coming in from Van, but in terms of objective taking, he's like 100%. He doesn't do any wrong in those turtle takes, in the lord takes. Even when Ray is not there, he just fully utilized the lack of absence of that retribution on the opposing side, and just, yeah, maybe he made a lot of mistakes in the engaging department, in the teamfight department, but there's still some flashes of his micro, especially that great escape from Van. Oh man.
I think it's a bit more of a different situation. I don't think anyone particularly did anything too crazy, right? There wasn't really a game-winning play per se. You can make an argument for Kabuki, right? That final team fight, decimating the backline, that's the game-winning play. But the whole duration of the game, everyone was just playing proper, right? Doing their own job descriptions, and slowly but surely, they just kept losing objectives due to how it just plays out. So I think it's a bit of a weird situation where no one